Hey guys, let's get into a live game with the T-Man. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Farseer spec looks good. Could go for this. We would be relying on the Tarantula. Maybe go for this because we sell out of the sabers probably more than we sell out of the Tarantula. Alright, aerial spec, so this is the kind of battle we are looking forward to getting into here. Question is, what do we do here? Do we get arc lights? Do we get more crawlers? Maybe just more crawlers? We're not worried about the round one cheese or anything. He can, we hope he goes round one cheese. Because the Phantom Rays seem to be doing very well into Phoenix. If he goes round one Phantom Rays, that could be a different story, but we want to see him going into a 200 cost unit on round one. Alright, let's see how this goes. Probably need a Tarantula here. The Mustangs are a bit concerning. You know, you put a Phantom Ray here, it's going to get chopped down pretty quickly by the Mustangs, so I almost want to delay the Phantom Ray by one round. We also probably need to get range on the Tarantulas sooner than later. I think we just got lucky. We got a pretty good matchup here. Shield airdrop could be good for us because his units don't really do that much damage, but the Phoenix could be coming out. I think this missile strike is probably better for us here. I could see him easily doing an a shield drop here, though. That would be a bit annoying. I think we just, we'll skip the Phantom Rays for a round, and I think we get another Tarantula here. Pretty much gonna be committing into Tarantulas for our chaff play, but definitely not committing into Tarantulas for the as our carrier unit. So, as expected, we see our first air unit. We want to see this. The Wraith is good because it's pretty much, I think, pretty much the worst unit you could use to go up against Phantom Ray, I think. I mean, it is strong against Phantom Ray in the correct numbers and with everything else being equal. This Wraith is going to get a lot of experience. It's probably going to level up. That is kind of the problem here. So it's a mass-produced Wraith, okay. We're not going to go Wasp here. Raiden, I think we could use the Fire Badger maybe to light the fire here. We probably want the fire to be lit. Although, probably don't want the level 3 Fire Badger for too long. Let's just... I think we just sell it. Because we have enough to clear the chaff. We just need the Phantom Rays out as soon as possible. think we could do this. Do this. A little bit awkward with in terms of the not being able to upgrade, but let's use the oil here. Do we try to missile this? Alright, the Raiden's not what we want to see. And the Raiden with the Wraith could be a pretty decent combo because one of the counters to the Raiden is the Wasp, and we can't really go Wasp now because of the Wraiths. I think range would be really good on these tarantulas here. And we end up winning a pretty good round here. I think we just skip, and the Typhoon is going to be useless, I think. I think we get the range here. Probably go for Cloak, I think. Burst could also be good. But the Burst doesn't help us against the Typhoon. I mean, the Raiden. But does Cloak really help us against the... Cloak is going to be good for the Raiden long term. Once he gets more Raidens out, we're going to need to get Cloak. Can't light this fire, but I think we don't need to now that we have the Tarantula with range. We have enough chaff clear, I think, to deal with everything. Raiden with the super heavy armor. I think that's a positive thing to see here. This is because it's really not going to help the Raiden too much if it's level 1. You know, once it gets level 2, then maybe, but oof, that was a really bad tower timing for us. Yeah, so this is starting to cause problems now that it's level 2 here. Fang, level 3. Could be good chaff, but level 3 is going to feed a lot of experience here. Fire Badgers could be good, but seems like the Raiden just one-shot them. Just go for the Fangs regardless. I think this is pretty bad, but... just need stuff in front of the tarantulas here. Could even put something here, but... Alright, so I think at this point we need both Burst and Energy Shield. He is selling out of the Wraiths now, so maybe we could start going for the Wasps now. Maybe sell out of one of these. Let's go for burst, just so when we connect on the Raidens, we can one-shot them more easily. Very good shield from the opponent here. I think the Fangs weren't too effective. We could start selling out of them, I think. Mustangs are causing some problems with the Wasps. The Wasps are still alive here, and hopefully they are going to act as chaff against the for the Raidens here. But it doesn't look like we have that many left, and I'm not sure if that's going to be able to one-shot the... In fact, it doesn't even go after the Raiden here. So the Stormcrawlers are a bit of an issue. They are a very good counter to the Tarantulas, which are dominating the ground here. I think Amplifying Core is good. Maybe just put it on the Tarantula. Alright, so... Sniper is also good here, but the problem is... There's just a lot of problems here. I think we want to light the oil here, but we don't have the fuel, the oil spell off of cooldown, so we'll do that next round. I think we just keep going into these Phantom Rays and maybe go for the shield this round. Probably could sell out of this. Do we get range or do we get like an attack upgrade? Probably the attack upgrade, but this tower is looking kind of vulnerable now. Range on the Hounds now, so the Hounds are starting to get more beefy. This is not good. If it goes straight for the tower, it's not good. We are losing this tower way too quickly. I think now we forgot to address the tower debuff issue here, so probably all our units are going to go down from the dual tower debuff. And that's going to put us in a pretty bad position. We don't have that much HP to work with here. These Stormcrawlers are acting as really good chaff as well. Now we're definitely getting this spell. And we're definitely lighting the oil here. Gonna have some shields down, most likely, so we're not gonna go into the his part of the map. Fortunately, I don't know how we're gonna light the fire here because perhaps we have to go a little bit more deep into our side of the map. We probably want 2 levels now on the towers. I'm gonna borrow and thinking we just get another chaff here. One more pack of Phantom Rays and range and speed. Hopefully we can get the volley off. We do, because of the crawler. It looks like we are able to take care of the Raidens pretty easily there. That's going to be a big round for us. But the problem is now we need to replicate that fire again. I think the only way we can do that is with the War Crime Vulcan. So it's not exactly ideal for us. We could actually just go. We're not even. We could actually just go with the. Could actually just go kind of more with the Fire Badger, right? Just get the napalm in range. I think we just skip here, or I mean, additional damage could be good, so let's just go for that. Now we gotta figure out something to sell here because we need I think we need another Fire Badger. Do we sell this middle one? Maybe. Range and speed. So let's try this. See if we can get enough fire down here. First pack of badgers get wiped out pretty easily, but the fire does go down, so we are doing something. The napalm fire badgers are doing something, especially this late one here, still laying down the fire. Are we able to get on top of the Raidens? Yeah, it does look like it, but this level 3 one with super heavy armor is like, it's going to be taking a lot, but it is no match for all these Phantom Rays. Unfortunately, that does not mean we'd win the game, and the opponent has a very good chance at coming back here. I think we go with the Warfactory now, because it's kind of easy to counter what we're doing here, so I think we take the risk and go with the Warfactory. I think we want to sell it, and I think we could even go here. We could even beacon it to the tower and just have it take off, but not quite sure what the best play is. Might be better here, so that it tanks for a bit. Let's just try that. My instinct says that we need it to tank. So this is going to be the all-in. And I think we want to missile some of this stuff here. Range and speed. And it's just going to be Hail Mary now for this Warfactory. You can even put it in the corner. Let's go for it. Oh shit. This is like, now we have 6 of these guys. 75% health. Just keep tanking. Just keep tanking. We only need you to tank for a little bit longer. Still 30% health. And the Raidens are already on top of the Rays are already on top of the Raidens, so looks like we win this here. You didn't have quite enough to take out the Warfactory. And we make a pretty good comeback here. And this follows the formula of what we have always been playing, which is we go to the Phantom Rays and we use fire to create the wall that the wall of fire that the opponent chaff will run into. And then after that, the opponent loses the round, they're always going to counter what we have already. So what I used to do was just say, okay, let's continue to build wasps. Let's continue to upgrade the Phantom Rays. Maybe get anti-air or shield on the wasps, and let's just keep repeating what we did before. But I found that quite often we just lose when that happens, because when he goes all in on the Raidens, kind of is the best solution to us building the Wasp Ray army. So, I mean, it's not like I have it down as a scientific thesis, but it's just like if I just keep doing this, I feel like I lose more often than I win, especially against high MMR players. So it almost always seems like it's the right play to, instead of continuing to go more and more into what is already working, which obviously, this sounds like a great composition. Let's just keep going. More Fire Badger, more Ray, more Wasp, more upgrades. It just never works, because they end up doing something like what they did here. And yeah, just from the experience, it just loses way too often. So when you throw a Warfactory in there like this, and unless he's like preemptively putting down like a melter, like right here, right in the line, it's like the Warfactory always wins. Not always, but more often than not building the Warfactory. So he's not expecting the Warfactory as much as expecting you to continue to build Wasps and Phantom Rays. So I think that's the reason why that this works. It just tanks a lot for the Raidens and the units that do really well into the Phantom Ray. It doesn't do that well into the Warfactory. So yeah, that was that was great result. And I do feel like the other thing to take away is that we don't necessarily always need the war crime. Obviously, the war crime is amazing, but I feel like in this situation where things are running at you, and you don't have to cover like insane distances, you just have to fire, in place. Just getting range and napalm kind of almost does the same thing as the Vulcan war crime. But what I've also found is that you want the fire badgers not to be up on the line, like kind of how all the tarantulas are. You want to stagger them, and you want to have them in the back, because they tend to die too quickly. Like this first pack kind of got one shot real quick, then another pack came, and then another pack came. So ideally you have them more in the back, so they're able to come and just kind of spread fire more evenly. And that means not putting it on the line. So anyways, hopefully this was a enjoyable game for you to watch, and we'll see you in the next one.